Welcome to C4i Training and Technology's overview of e-learning. This video will explain the importance of e-learning and its role in the training world. Feel free to fast forward and rewind at your own pace. You control this presentation. This video will review what e-learning is, how it is used, and a few examples of the different levels of interactivity used when building e-learning modules. E-learning, or electronic learning, is the facilitation of training through digital resources. E-learning allows for learners to review material anytime, anywhere, through computers, tablets, and even cellular devices. Essentially, e-learning is training on demand. E-learning can be developed with different levels of interactivity depending on corporate and learning objectives. The levels of interactivity that fit your corporate objectives depends on various factors, including the nature of the content, target audience, budget, technological infrastructure. E-learning can be used as standalone training provided for learners to experience on their own in the comfort of their own homes at the touch of a button, or it can be used in a classroom setting as a tool for facilitators to run simulations and allow their learners to experience a blended learning approach. Incorporating e-learning has allowed for trainers to be able to reach all learning preferences, including those that would prefer to learn alone. E-learning allows for organizations to share standardized information. The struggle with various facilitators is that there is no guarantee information is being transmitted the same way every time. E-learning allows for standardized delivery of content to ensure the correct message is being heard. See an increase in productivity. Self-paced learning allows for learners to break when needed, train at home, and learn in their free time. IBM statistics suggest productivity can increase by 50%. Benefit from better knowledge retention. Learners can review material at their own pace, allowing them to have higher knowledge retention. Overall, studies have shown that retention can increase 25 to 60% simply due to the engagement alone. The utilization of different media to share messages over e-learning also allows for all 7 learning preferences to be targeted depending on the level of interactivity used during development. Increased training effectiveness. Allowing learners to review material anytime, anywhere, at home, or at the office at their own pace. The focus is put on the learner and their absorption rates rather than the facilitator and the stories they choose to share the information with. Benefit from cost savings. Renting rooms, flying facilitators around, bringing in food, and travel time are all eliminated when e-learning is utilized. It is also a greener alternative as materials are no longer required to be printed and distributed. And finally, track learning in a learning management system, or LMS. An organization can track and evaluate progress and performance down to how much time a learner spends on a question or specific content. Training status reports can be produced at the touch of a button, allowing an organization to know exactly who has been trained and when. Training updates can be distributed and tracked, and all training is located in one easy-to-access location. Let's step through examples of each level of interactivity, and as we watch them, you'll hear a description of each level. This is an example of Level 1 passive interaction. What is it? It's simple images and graphics, simple video and audio, like a documentary. What to expect? Learners act as an information receiver, and the e-learning process is linear. Why would you use it? Communicating simple concepts, demonstrating broad research, or simply for information sharing purposes. It's used primarily to share what something is. This is an example of Level 2 limited interaction. So what is it? It's 3D models and platform panoramas, animations, clickable menus, drag and drop interactions, click and reveal, multimedia, and interactive manuals. What to expect? Learners may have some control over their e-learning experience. Interactions with e-learning resources are simple. So why would you use it? To share procedures, step-by-step problem solving, provide some opportunity to interact and practice how to do something. This is an example of Level 3 moderate immersion. So what is it? Animated videos, customized audio, complex drag and drop interactions, simulations, stories, and branching scenarios in multimedia. What to expect? Learners have more control over the e-learning experience and perceive it as a participative and dynamic activity. The e-learning process is more customized and complex. Why you would use it? To allow for applied learning, learners can actively engage using critical thinking in a controlled environment. The learner has determined amounts of choices with a determined amount of outcomes. This is an example of Level 4 full immersion. So what is it? It's interactive games, simulated job performance exercises, customized audio and video, avatars and virtual reality, stories and scenarios and multimedia. What to expect? Learners are highly engaged in the learning experience as they fully interact with the content. Learners also have the opportunity to provide and receive feedback. Why you would use it? Allow the learner full control over their applied learning, not limited to certain interactions, and can test various applied learning techniques to accomplish the task. Here's an example of full immersion learning at its finest. This is a virtual reality setting of a destroyer ship. Recently, the U.S. Navy decided to revert their destroyers back to a physical throttle and traditional helm control system after the fleet overwhelmingly said they prefer mechanical controls to touchscreen. It was found that training wasn't sufficient on the touchscreen control panel, which resulted in a collision. Imagine if they'd been able to train their fleet using virtual reality, practicing using the control panel, creating muscle memory, while being fully immersed in their environment. Crews would be able to draw parallels as the entire VR simulation is customizable. Training can save money and lives. Virtual reality may not be required for all training, but this is a great example of where VR can be used to effectively train employees, or in this case crews, to avoid catastrophic loss. Each level of interactivity plays a part, and during the first stage of the 5-stage development process, our team of instructional designers will determine what would be best suited for your e-learning requirements. Working with your subject matter experts, we will walk through discovery with you and complete a thorough needs assessment and develop a custom training plan and outline to keep everyone on track. We will then design a storyboard and work with your subject matter experts to ensure we have collected information accurately. C4i will develop a proof of concept to help visualize what we will be building. We will deliver your custom e-learning solution, ready to be deployed over tablet, desktop, or phone to the end user. Lastly, C4i can also work with you to complete diagnostics by reviewing, analyzing, and evaluating the impact of the learning solution. Finally, meet your e-learning team leads. Contact C4i today to learn more.